like if we look at the impeachment hearing right now kay VP Sara Duterte, it's very unique kasi ang daming issues na hindi na settle before. For example, yung pag talaga kay Senate Judge Escudero as the presiding officer, it never happened before. And this will prompt the Supreme Court to really decide on the matter. Kasi nga, if we look at the Constitution, very clear na kapag ang President ang i-impeach, yung uupo na presiding officer ay yung Chief Justice ng Supreme Court. It was very clear. Pero all other cases, for example, Vice President, walang sinabi ang Constitution. So this is something that the Supreme Court can clarify sa case ni VP Sara.
Nabasa ko po yung yung post niyo po sa assessment sa 3 araw na impeachment, no? At curious lang ako dito po sa number 6, VP Sara can run for public office in the future if the impeachment court acquits her or even if she is convicted, the conviction does not include an express penalty prohibiting her from holding public office. Mara niyo po bang may paliwanag po din ito?
Yeah, thank you so much. We are now under, nasa impeachment proceeding tayo, and yung ini-expect ng public basically ay yung botohan ng ating mga senador. Although may issue pa tayo no, kung ano ba talaga yung kailangang number para ma-convict yung si VP Sara, 16 ba, 13 ba, or 12 ba. But as to kung saan man ito patutungo, dalawa lang yung magiging resulta. Will the Senate or will the impeachment court convict her or will the impeachment court acquit her? Kapag na-acquit siya, ibig sabihin mapawalang sala. That's it. So, hindi pala grounds for impeachment yung mga ina-allege ng prosecution. So clear doon si VP Sara. And she can definitely run for public office no in the future. And mas maganda yon kasi napatunayan niya na wala pala siyang kasalanan. And that is a plus point for her when she will run for an office in the future. That's the best case. But the next possibility is the court will convict her. Okay? However, we should not stop there kasi yung conviction pwedeng convict lang or meron pang additional phrase na prohibiting her from holding public office kasi isa yan sa mga nakalagay doon sa constitution natin na that's a penalty when you convict an impeachable officer. Kapag silent yung penalty na yan, ibig sabihin sinabi lang, okay, we convict Sara, impeach siya, matatanggal siya sa pwesto. But that doesn't mean na hindi siya pwedeng makakatakbo ng office in the future, may it be vice president pa rin or president or senator or whatsoever. Kasi walang explicit provision doon sa kanyang sa resulta na bawal siyang tumakbo for public office. And sino yung makaka-decide niyan? Still, yung mga senators natin.
Opo. Dito naman po sa nakapending na maraming trabaho ngayon, ang Korte Suprema po, no, mula pa noong nagkaroon ng paghahain muli ng impeachment complaint laban sa pangalawang Pangulo. Alam natin nung una, nakakuha ng paborableng desisyon mula sa Korte Suprema ang pangalawang Pangulo, pero dito sa ikalawa ay wala pang desisyon hanggang sa kasalukuyan. Maraming pag-question doon po sa proseso, doon pa lang sa House Committee, hanggang sa umusad na po ito sa kanilang reply doon sa paunang reply nila sa impeachment court, ikinigit nila na may mali, unconstitutional yung naging proseso. If ever po ba, nakikita nyo po ba na buhay pa rin yung petition nila or magiging walang silbi na if ever po kasi moot an academic na, attorney?
Yes, thank you. So yung mga nakikita natin na pending cases before the Supreme Court no are the following. Number 1, ipahinto ang impeachment. Number 2, kailangan may resolve ng Supreme Court kung ilang numbers ba dapat to convict VP Sara. Kung 16 ba? 16 out of 24. if we base it on the total number of senators or 13 ba or 12, depende as to the number of senators who are participating right now in the impeachment court. And pangatlo, may question din regarding sa pa-designate ni Senate President kay Senator Judge Escudero as the presiding officer dito sa hearing. So maraming mga issues na kailangang mairesolba ng Supreme Court. Pero pending that this cases filed before the Supreme Court, nagpatuloy pa rin nakikita natin, 'di ba? Last week nag-start na yung hearing. Si Senate Judge Escudero was already there sitting in the rostrum. Tapos siya na yung nag-preside, and then both parties acknowledged his authority. He was addressed being the presiding officer of the impeachment court. So while pending yung cases, nagpatuloy yung hearing, I believe that the court or the Supreme Court can still make a decision out of these issues. Kasi nga, right na for them to decide the issues. And even if moot and academic na siya, pag sinasabing moot and academic, parang sinabi ng Supreme Court na wala namang basis for us to proceed on deciding on this matter kasi ayun, nag-start na sila. May mga instances na the Supreme Court still rendered moot and academic itong mga pending cases, but still they rule on the substance, they rule on the matter for guidance din ng public and for reference for pag may mga future cases na may similar issues. So I think gagawin yun ng Supreme Court, no, since this is a very important matter at it might happen in the future as well.
Opo, attorney, marami na tayong mga experience, no? Though ang mga umusad lang talaga na impeachment ay yung kay former president. Well, umusad siya kasi umabot sa Senado, though bumaba siya sa pwesto. Ang pinaka-umusad talaga nagkaroon ng conviction na itong kay Chief Justice Corona. The rest, maraming mga in-impeach hanggang sa Kamara lamang, tapos bumaba po sa pwesto. Hindi pa ba sapat yung mga existing na batas, maging yung sa mga experience natin sa mga nakalipas na impeachment at saka yung interpretasyon, kung meron man sa nakalipas, sa impeachment po para dito at inaabangan din natin yung magiging kasi for future na rin po na reference kasi ang dami, lalo na dyan sa Senado, meron pang maraming katanungan doon sa threshold, doon pa nga sa quorum, halimbawa kasi parang first time yata na magkaroon tayo ng mga senador talaga na makukulong kung sila ba pwedeng makadalo sa impeachment at sa iba pang mga hakbang po, attorney.
Oh, tama. Actually, that's a good question, no. Marami na tayong mga impeachment na proceedings before. Some of them were successful, some of them hindi. If we take a look at it, did we learn so much from those previous experiences? Well, yes. However, if we look at it, lahat ng mga impeachment proceedings experiences natin ay unique. Napaka-unique. Like if we look at the impeachment hearing right now kay VP Sara Duterte, it's very unique kasi ang daming issues na hindi na settle before. For example, yung pag talaga kay Senate Judge Escudero as the presiding officer, it never happened before. And this will prompt the Supreme Court to really decide on the matter. Kasi nga, if we look at the Constitution, very clear na kapag ang president ang i-impeach, yung uupo na presiding officer ay yung Chief Justice ng Supreme Court. It was very clear. Pero all other cases, for example, Vice President, walang sinabi ang Constitution. So this is something that the Supreme Court can clarify sa case ni VP Sara. No? Sabi namang ibang legal luminaries din naman na given that hindi naman expressly sinabi ng Constitution kung sino ang magpe-preside kapag Vice President ang i-impeach, then we go back to the express provision of the Constitution, and the Constitution states that the Senate can adopt its own rules in effectively implementing the provisions on impeachment. And that is why possible sabihin ng Supreme Court that yes, we acknowledge the authority of the Supreme of the impeachment court in delegating it to Senate Judge Escudero. So these are things na never na-resolve before. At saka yung sa threshold, kung ilang numbers ba talaga dapat yung mag-convict sa ating Vice President, this is something na parang very clear before, pero ngayon it's unique again considering na meron tayong judges na who are not there sa court participating the proceeding. So do we count them in determining the two-third vote or not? This is something that was never also experienced in the previous impeachment proceedings. So that is why lahat ng mga experience natin ay may mga unique na katangian. So that's why it makes this impeachment very exciting. And it also tells us that our democracy is really working.
Opo. Attorney, si Jade po ulit ito. Kaya pinag-uusapan nga yung dalawang opisyal na magkatabi daw sa podium. Yan po yung nagiging issue. Si Senate President Win Gatchalian at itong si Senator Cheese Escudero. Para po sa inyo, ito ho ba ay unang pagkakataon na may dalawang opisyal na nakaupo sa podium? At may mga iba na ikinukumpara nung panahon ni dating Pangulong Erap Estrada. May dalawa din ho na magkatabi, dating Senate President Quilino Pimentel at yung Noy Chief Justice ng Korte Suprema.
Tama. Pero if we compare it to that previous experience, kasi kapag president yung under the impeachment trial, walang question naman na yung presiding officer should be the Chief Justice. But this time, medyo, if I may call it, medyo weird lang siya because we have two senator judges in front, nandoon silang dalawa. Para sa akin, I felt like it shows indecisiveness on the part of the Senate President, Kasi meron naman siyang, if that's what their rules provide, that he can delegate someone to be the presiding officer, then he can leave the entire restroom to the presiding officer, kay Senate Judge Escudero, and then go back to to the rest of the fellow senators, join with them, and then it doesn't stripe off naman the power na binigay sa kanya being the Senate President. So it's more of a show of indecisiveness, if I may see it. But if that's what they wanted to show to the public, then so be it, considering na, again, the impeachment proceeding is sui generis.
Opo. Attorney, huli na lang, dito po sa BIR box, dahil may mga nagsasabi na pwede daw pabuksan ito at ipasuri ng mismong Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. Ano ho yung legal na basehan po nito, Attorney, kung meron man?
Okay. So regarding naman sa BIR na concern, BIR box, we have to remember na nasa executive naman na department yung BIR, and then meron namang power of control yung president over government agencies under or within the executive department. It can be a matter that can be resolved within their department. So I believe naman that the president has that power over yung power of control niya sa kanyang mga different department heads.
Opo. Ayan. Siguro, Attorney, yung huling mensahe niyo na lang para sa lahat ng ating mga kababaeng nakasubaybay po dito sa impeachment trial ng Vice Presidente.
Yes. So huling mensahe po is that yung public sana should listen to the impeachment trial. I know na yung iba nababagot or natatagalan. That's basically the legal process. I'm actually happy na this is put into public kasi yung mga tagapakinig, yung mga Pilipino will have an understanding of kung paano nga ba ginagawa yung mga ganitong bagay. Ano ba yung legal processes? Kasi kung makikita natin, yung ginagawa ng impeachment proceeding ay pwede din naman natin siyang maihalin tulad doon sa mga nangyayari sa mga regular courts natin. So it is somehow educational at some point. But more than that, it's more on accountability measure of our government. No, wala tayong hindi tayo dito nagja-judge. We are not convicting or putting the vice president under a a public trial, or we are not putting her under the bad light, but basically we wanted to know the truth, and we wanted her to side her defenses as well, and we are very excited to hear that in the next few hearing.